Welcome. This is Zoe TV. We're here with another one. We're going to be talking about Madden and our franchise mode that we will be tuning into. Philadelphia Eagles will be the team of choice. I will be rebuilding that team from the ground up. Who knows, in possibly 3 years, I will have a completely different team. I basically Chip Kelly that shit, but I would put real franchise cornerstone players in terms of draft. That's what I do. I like to draft. I like to develop. I like to do all of that. I feel like it's more challenging that way. Also, I play on all Madden. I will be tanking the first season, which means I will be trading away a lot of cornerstone players. I mean, depending on if their salary allows me to do. Fletcher Cox will probably be the person likely to stay for a while. Carson Wentz, depending on his development and his potential, if I can actually see some kind of progressiveness in him, that will determine the factor of me keeping him or not. Running backs, I'm pretty much overhaul. Wide receivers, I'm pretty much overhaul. Alshon Jeffrey and are on like 1 year deals, so they'll probably just be having that 1 year. I'll probably trade them depending on their bonuses that same year before the trade deadline. The reason being, I want to put my step. I want to put my type of guys. I prefer a fast offense that can get up and down the field. I do run a little bit of the hurry up in certain situations, probably like a second down, or if we do get a big chunk of yards on that first down play. I do continuously use the no huddle offense. It's just the way that I use my offense. I will probably most likely be using the Philadelphia Eagles offense with a multiple D. I prefer a lot of variety on my defense. I like to go in between the 3-4 and the 4-3. I like to draft both types of players to fit a certain type of scheme. It's very hard in terms of development, but I mean, I really focus my defense on personnel. I feel like since we're converting from a 3-4 to a 4-3, I think having a multiple D kind of fits that, because we do have players of both schemes on our defense. But my running backs pretty much is going to need an overhaul. Like I said, receivers, the defensive side of the ball, I will be getting probably some safeties, probably another safety alongside of Malcolm Jenkins. He will probably be that will probably be a position that I would look to address fairly soon, probably early on. But what I mean by I'm gonna tank the season, I'm gonna be playing on all Madden fresh out the gate. I'm gonna also be trading in a lot of players. I mean, I have a sense I'm gonna end up letting go both tight ends, Brent Selleck, Zach Ertz. I might keep him for a year or two, but he's not gonna be in my future plans. I feel like I can convert any one of these big, tall receivers into a tight end, have him gain a little bit of weight, but he would probably be one of the fastest tight ends in the game, and therefore he would kind of progress a little bit faster and just add on to what I want in terms of a fast offense. The passing system will be a little bit focused on anticipation. So if my guys are speed guys, my anticipation will probably be in line with one of those, because I have to make decisions quick, and I like to be, especially running a no huddle too, just in case we do get like a lot of yardage, depending on the play and the down. There's a lot of factors that go into how I really run my offense, and where I want players, and how I want my players to be. So tight end position is probably going to need an overhaul. I will be drafting offensive line. That's why I say, if I was the Eagles general manager, that's what I really try to put myself in. I try to put myself in a GM's position, and I really want to make decisions accordingly. I want to have house money. I want to have house players that I drafted, that I brought in. And another thing that I really need to get used to is letting players go. I do make connections with players that I draft. I tend to hold on to them a little bit too long, even when they're not kind of not kind of productive. I still want to hold on to them. I need to kind of get out of that. So I mean, like I said, the Patriots mantra, how they really do things, they always let go of good players. Chandler Jones, Richard Seymour, Randy Moss. You know, they're notorious for doing that and getting compensation in terms of picks for them. You know, so that's what I look to emulate in terms of how I play my franchise, and that's what I will be doing to the Philadelphia Eagles to make them a Super Bowl contender. Will be, like I said, the offensive line, defensive line. I think the defensive line is pretty much set. I might need a end player, a defensive end. I can address that through free agency. And free agency is a place I really don't dive in. I usually get second tier or, you know, third tier type of guys. You know, get them on the 1-year deals. You know, that's kind of how I, you know, replenish and get, you know, new guys, new bodies into on my team. That's how I really go about that. I really don't go after the big fish, those big free agents, you know, salary cap casualty type of guys. You don't really know how they're gonna fit, you know. But that's what I said. That's how you really use, you know, leverage. Like the Zach Ertz, I should be able to get a first-round pick out of him. Whatever, even this upcoming draft or the next year's draft, it doesn't really matter, you know, just to get that compensation in terms of picks. That's what I like to accumulate. I like to have that, use that as ammo. I really don't move up or down in the draft. I usually tend to stay where I'm at. It's usually not players that I'm really usually sold on, because it's not exact science on how to draft. So you can't really go all in on players because you really don't know the outcomes of each guy that is, you know, at least anointed or one of those top tier guys. So with that being said, the cornerbacks, I may still get a cornerback. Who knows? I think I might will. You know, especially if he's a top cornerback. I mean, I really draft a lot of defensive guys. I find myself doing that. I like to draft linebackers, nice, fine, fast, tall linebackers. You know, that can kind of fill the holes quickly, get out in space quickly, can even cover a fast tight end. But that's where my mismatch is. You know, it's going to be an offensive heavy team. Please subscribe if you like the video. And it's your boy LTV. I'm out.